100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 31, Matsusaka beef. There's Tokyo Tower over there. This is just a really nice view of central Tokyo. Look at this. Oh, what is that? It's like someone's house with a massive swimming pool fountain. I hope not, because I'd definitely be really jealous of that. Okay, about to hit to the Shinkansen station. I'm going to Nagoya today. And one of my favorite things ever about Japan is riding on a high-speed train. And of course, eating a bunch of Bento Box. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's go. My favorite bento store. Ooh, Wagyu box is always the best. Can't go wrong with this. So we'll do a little surf and turf. Beef and crab. Also, I literally just left my suitcase like outside of the store. Wouldn't do that in any other country. Japan? No biggie. This is another one of those boxes where it heats up on its own. This thing is heating up. All that steam is coming. Oh my gosh, it's burning hot right now. While we wait for this though, beef bento, Karaage Wagyu. You really can't go wrong with any sort of Wagyu bento. Just like the other ones, the flavor of the beef is really good. There's not that much, so a ton of rice, just a little bit of beef. Still good though. Got these like crazy alien looking squid dealies. I wouldn't say these are that good. It's like stuffed squid, so the outside kind of like tastes like squid jerky, and the inside is rice, like sticky rice on the inside. It's kind of a little weird, not the best. Whoa, roasted crab legs in a bento box. This thing smells like the crab just was roasted over the fire. Great smoky aroma is coming from this box. This tastes better than some of those crab legs you'll find on those cheap Chinese buffets. It's not a lot of substance, so you get a few pieces of crab and there's little bits of crab on top, but the rice again is really a ton of it. Actually, the flavor of this rice is really, really good. It's not just plain rice. I think it's seasoned maybe with a little bit of seafood stock. Really, really tasty. So even though there's not a ton of meat, rice is pretty delicious on its own. Just remarkable, deliciously sweet, incredibly smoky. It just tastes like it just came off the grill. It's amazing how they're able to get that fragrance, that flavor into a bento box. That's why I love Japan. Oh, I forgot the best part. They have the crab innards, brain, and organs all here. And this is like natural seafood crab miso. Oh. This might be the best bento box I've ever had in Japan. Welcome to Matsusaka, home of the most expensive beef in the world. It's gonna be a great day tomorrow. Matcha. Arigatou gozaimasu. So get off the train. We're in Taiki Town, and we're near Matsusaka right now. This is a little farmhouse we're staying at tonight, where we have like traditional matcha, and then little welcome matcha and mochi, the double M's, the M&M's, and traditional Japanese home. And the concept of this is called Mintaiku. You can stay at these houses, and you can also experience kind of like the agricultural side of traditional Japanese homes. But this is my first time staying in a traditional Japanese home.
地元の郷土菓子。
Ah, it's so lovely. Sweet and just refreshingly fragrant. A lot of people might sip this and feel like it's bitter. It's just so gratifying.
これで、はい、いい？これね、ちょっとつけて。こういう食べ方。
So besides the do-it-yourself sushi, we have the skewers. Yeah, you see this a lot, like at local 7-Elevens. This is so cool. So we got a bunch of stuff to choose from, and Yukiko here was actually a member of parliament in Japan, so kind of a big honor to have her cook for us. Piece of eel. I might have overstuffed this a bit. For some reason this just tastes so good, but because it was made like at someone's home or I rolled it myself. My rolling skills are amazing. It's probably not it, but seriously. So yummy. Dive into some of the oden. Fish cake. These little jelly noodles, no calories. I kid you not. One of my favorite things for hot pot. Crunchy and scrumptious. Miso soup. Fresh vegetables from the farm right outside this house put into the miso soup. Tofu, seaweed, spring onions, potatoes, loaded miso. Oh, yeah. Wow, such a rich umami flavor of the miso. You put miso anything in front of me, miso wanna eat it. All right, we're gonna eat up. Then we're gonna see our rooms, go to bed tomorrow. The most expensive beef in Japan, Matsusaka. We're gonna see where it all came from. Welcome to my room. Good morning. After a great night, this lovely Airbnb. It's even more stunning in the daylight, right? There's like tea fields over there. It's like a bunch of vegetables growing all around here. We're gonna come back to this place and have lunch, but right now, heading off to the famous Matsusaka farm. Let's go. Okay, we're at the Matsusaka farm. We're about to meet the owner. This is Tochiki-san. Yes, I see. And there's the Matsusaka cow right there. Oh, ohayo, konnichiwa. Tochiki-san, Mike. Really nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
おいくつですか？ 88.
88 years old. Whoa. Oh, looks so good. And that's a strong handshake there. Wow. What?
Because he ate the meat.
Yeah, because he eats the meat every day?
Yeah.
And this farm is literally where Matsusaka beef originated. And Tochiki-san's entire life has been raising these cows.
Mostly Matsusaka beef is female.
Yes.
and then they...
Wait, is it mostly? Well, I thought they're all female.
All
of them, yes, yes.
of them.
One thing is Matsusaka beef is the reason why it's so expensive, it's so exclusive is because they're all virgin female and they believe to have the most tender of meats. And how many cows does he have on the farm?
今現在はなんといます。only two.
Only two.
Yeah.
So one of these cows will go for about $30,000.
Yes, he sold like
He only
last
sold
year.
one.
Yeah.
At any time, he only has a few,
Yeah,
only a few cows on the farm. And you've been doing this since you were 15 years old?
小さい子供自分から牛は一頭とおりました。この
はい
農耕用として
はいはい
田んぼ作る
はい
農耕用と。やけども本当に修行にいたのは17歳の時。
はい。17 years old.
17 years old. That's a long learning.
Yes.
That's a long education.
牛って茶飲んで。
Okay, let's go.
Oh. 牛のわらじ。
The cows.
Oh,
Slipper?
slipper for the cows?
Slipper for the cows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do cows need slippers?
なんでですか？
昔はこんなアスファルトやなかった。
歩きやすいよね。
あんなとこ
歩きやすいように。
いやいや
足が痛めないように。
痛みね。
So it's to prevent the feet from
Damage.
damage.
Yeah.
これが牛の爪と。
This is
So
for the
imagine
cow.
this is the hoof of the cow right here.
これを結んで。
And this is completely handmade from grass,
ですよね。
dry grass.
He asked someone to make it.
Oh, and this is how they walk through the field. I've heard of horseshoes. I never heard of cow shoes before.
Yeah, this is the cow.
I heard cow bell, not cow shoes.
まあ上がってあった
Thank you, thank you. We're gonna go have some tea and talk a little cattle. This is actually really exciting because I've always, of course, loved Wagyu. And I learned about Matsusaka beef a couple years ago.
のことがすごく好きで、これから松阪牛のことをいろいろちょっと勉強したいと。
And to be able to sit with a like legit living legend, you know, someone who's been doing this his whole life, just to be able to understand more about why this beef is the most expensive in Japan. Let me introduce you. This is Olivia. She's going to be translating for us. First of all, it's a pleasure, Tochigi-san, to meet you and to talk with you a little bit. Thank you. And Matsusaka tea is also very popular, very famous.
松阪茶はすごく有名ですか？
And how did you go into this profession?
この仕事のきっかけは何ですか？
だから牛が好きで小さい時から
He likes the cow.
学生自分から牛が好きで今のペット飼うようにうちで牛を大事にしとって
He said that he really liked the cow since he was little. Instead of having pet, he preferred to have cow instead. Around this area, there's a like association who joined the farmer, the butcher. From there, he started to try to learn how to raise cow.
I see. Why do you think Matsusaka beef is the most expensive and best beef in Japan? Wow.
これが今の松坂の老舗の綿金っていう一般の料理屋のおかみがこの明治の時に牛を飼ってすき焼き鍋始めたのが松阪牛の始まりです。
So before this area, they raised the cow only for working for the field. It's a worker cow instead of for eating.
Right.
There's a very famous restaurant, Sukiyaki restaurant in Matsusaka. So the lady who operates the restaurant, because they have a different meat, so she asked him to make the cow edible, like
Yes.
soft,
Okay.
softer meat. That is the very start of the Matsusaka.
So Tochigi-san was really almost the founding father for Matsusaka beef.
現代からもっと昔から昔
Before his ancestor.
Oh, ancestor.
Yeah, ancestor. It's Meiji period.
Meiji period. Oh, Meiji period. Okay. And what did he just write?
This is the letter from the lady operate the restaurant.
Oh, wow. How old is the letter?
Meiji period.
From Meiji period? Oh my God, really? Basically, what Tochigi-san is saying is that his ancestors literally got a request, and this is the actual letter from the restaurant during the Meiji period, where the restaurant owner asked his ancestors to give them a cow that's like tender, so they can serve it in the restaurant. It's amazing. This is like beef history right here.
3ヶ月に1頭か半年に1頭しか売れんだ。肉は売ってませんだ。
They don't sell the meat from to other place only for this restaurant.
Only for this one restaurant. And so this letter is over 100 years old. How did you or your ancestor figure out how to create the process of raising Matsusaka beef? You know, feeding it the best foods and rubbing it with wine and giving it beer. How did they learn how to do all that, or how did they invent that?
釜で煮て、それで牛に与えとった。
So they process the food for the cow instead of giving raw.
Oh,
at the
okay, okay. You're actually making the food, not just like, here, go graze around. Here's a carefully prepared meal for you.
油が全部黄色くなるんです。
He said that if you feed the cow with the raw grass,
Yes.
the fat, it's getting yellow.
Oh, really?
The color change.
Is that still the case today? Do you still cook and make the feed for the cows?
いやもう今は
No more cooking for you, cows. There's a lot of, I guess, stories about how Japanese Wagyu is fed beer, it's massaged. Is that real?
マッサージしますけど、焼酎で。
あ、焼酎。それ何のためですか？
血行のよく血の巡りがいい。
In restaurant, they serve beer to the customer, and then if the customer is not finishing the beer, they give that unfinished drink to the cow.
To the cow.
They don't want to waste.
Yes.
After they give the beer to the cow,
It becomes
they
addicted.
good result.
ビールを与えると、人間でもビールを与えると超えるんじゃなしに、食欲増進のために。
He thinks like if you give the beer to the cow, the cow like have more appetite.
Oh, okay.
And then for the massage, he said that if you give massage to the cow, it's gonna help to how to say
Circulation is better.
yeah.
Okay. This is a misconception that Japanese cow, because it's fattier, is not healthier for you to eat. But that's not true, right?
あ、牛はもう全部この38度ありますね。体温。動物は。
He have to make the beef that
Oh, that's
can
okay.
be
それ
melted
で兵
in
庫県
human
の
body's
In human body.
temperature.
So literally, it's just melting in your mouth.
Yes, yes.
And the classic way of cooking Wagyu or Matsusaka is Sukiyaki, right? Why is Sukiyaki so good for Matsusaka beef?
すき焼きにすると適で焼肉しますと焼肉は本当の味っていうのは分かりませんのさ、タレによって。
If you do the meat in yakiniku way, you cannot tell the original taste of it
Really?
because you have to eat with the sauce, right? And he said, but if you cook in sukiyaki way, the fat is melt, and then you can taste the real meat.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like yakiniku, you do get a like it's just melty fat. So sukiyaki, it melts the fat already. You get the
And then
actual
you can-
taste
of
of the beef. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so here's what I found out. This is kind of a revelation for me and maybe for you guys as well that want to actually taste real Matsusaka beef. If you want the best Matsusaka beef, it can only be found in Matsusaka because there's so few of them. They can't be shipped anywhere else. So what I ate in Tokyo, the Matsusaka beef, was the younger cows, 30 months. So they haven't really got the best flavor. So if you want the actual best of the beef, this is where you go. A little more information. If you guys are coming here to Matsusaka, tokusan is the term that's used to describe tokusan, the original best quality cows here in Matsusaka, and we're eating that today. This is the tokusan mark. Look for this if you want the best quality. The 40-month cow or older, that is the best quality Matsusaka beef you can have. Thank you so much, because this has been like, I thought I knew stuff about Wagyu or Matsusaka. I did my research and I ate so much of it last time I was in Tokyo. I really knew nothing, but thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much.
It started out like a movie scene, something straight out of a magazine.
And this environment is so great. Like, there's a tea garden in the back, and just great farmlands and hills everywhere. No wonder the best cows are grown right here. I mean, even the surrounding is so serene and peaceful. And obviously they are adorable, and so it's kind of sad, but they are given a really good and loving life here. Gotta go, and we're actually gonna go taste the authentic Matsusaka beef now, Sukiyaki style. But seriously, if I could be 88 and look and feel as good as this gentleman right here, you're pretty lucky. Maybe the secret is in the beef.
The basket?
Oh yeah, I'll take the basket, for sure. Put me to work.
You need to work.
Oh, I gotta work, I gotta eat. I mean, if I don't work, I don't eat. Gotta work up an appetite. Arigatou gozaimasu. I'm going with Tsukiji-san. We're gonna go harvest some shiitake mushrooms, and then we're gonna start cooking the beef. We would have more shiitake mushrooms this time, but monkeys came. How did the monkeys get in?
あのね、こういった隙間が
Oh, just a little
Just a
little space.
They just get in.
Oh, wow. Small monkeys. Well, maybe it's a trend, but I'm also a monkey and I'm taking the mushrooms. Okay, so check it out. These are the shiitake mushrooms. I was surprised I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, at least they didn't take this. At least the monkeys weren't so greedy, or yeah, where they're so full already. All right, I think that's everything the monkeys left us. Not even a full basket, not even half a basket.
He said if the monkey is not
Yeah.
taking all the mushroom,
It's
he
a
said
whole
it's
basket.
3
3 baskets?
basket.
The monkey took 2 and 90% of a basket.
Yes.
Hey, bad monkey. Harvest my own cabbage. Ah. That felt really cool. Sukiyaki. Okay.
そのあたりから適当で OK です
I mean, that was easy. Hard work's done already by him. I just gotta pull it out of the ground. Fresh spring onions. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Since the monkey stole the other vegetables, this monkey should help carry some to the table. All right, we're sitting down for the classic sukiyaki meal, and this is our Matsusaka beef. Of course, it's got this red logo, Mount Fuji, and the sun, and this is when you know that this is the localized highest quality of Matsusaka beef, the Tokosan, this logo right here. That's what you look for when you're in this region. Of course, we got the thinly sliced version for the sukiyaki, and right before that, the mushrooms we picked, just a little bit of fire, a little bit of soy sauce. Itadakimasu. Oishi. Dash. Something so simple. It's so flavorful. So glad the monkey did not get this one. This is like laid out perfectly. Little side dishes, egg, and the classic way you eat sukiyaki is sukiyaki sauce is really just some soy sauce and some sugar, and then you dip it in the egg, and that's it. So it retains a lot of that great beef flavor. And after learning all the stuff I learned today about Matsusaka beef and Wagyu in general, I feel like I'm gonna experience everything again for the first time. I'm passing on precious cargo to Kiko-san here. Open Wagyu. This is worth more than people's jewelry right now. Like, this is a good pound or so. A pound of Matsuzaka will go for about $500 US. Ooh. And you can see here, this is really cool. They put a piece of fat here just in case you're barbecuing it. Instead of butter, you're gonna use Matsuzaka beef fat. The pattern, like fine art, that's what makes good Japanese Wagyu what it is. Like, it just looks like it should be hung in a museum. So while Yukiko-san is doing the buttering and the fat, all the fun stuff, I'm gonna start cracking the egg into a bowl. Okay, so apparently to make really good sukiyaki, you gotta cook everything on the pan first, the ingredients. Oh, first piece of Matsusaka beef is going in. And we're just stir frying all this together. The otake sauce. Like I said, it's just sweet soy. It's usually what's inside a sukiyaki sauce. So the vegetables and the meat is cooked first on the hot pot. And you're gonna see a little bit of caramelization from the sugar, and that smell, it's just getting to be pretty darn incredible. And then you're gonna dip it in the egg. And this is done for a couple of different reasons. And one of the reasons is that the flavor of the egg is gonna offset the sweetness of the sauce a little bit. And the second is that it's gonna cool down the ingredients that just came from the hot pot. That's for me? Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. Look at this. The Matsusaka beef, all that great marbling, that beautiful pattern is still visible after it's cooked. I just learned today we do the sukiyaki because a lot of the fat does render, so it leaves more of the beefy flavor. And for those of you guys who are not familiar with Wagyu, there are different types of Wagyu, and of course probably the most popular one is Kobe, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best. It just has the best marketing department. Good Wagyu, it's graded, so there's A1 through 5, and this is obviously A5. Even 5 has an index rating of between 8 to 12, and 12, of course, is the best. Prime, which is the best cut of beef in the US, has about 6% fat. This thing, minimum 25%. Every time I have top quality Wagyu, the sensation just clobbers me. It's like that first time you were ever kissed, or the first time you ever seen the sun setting into the ocean, like that kind of sensation. It's just unbelievably melty. As soon as it touches your lips, the dissolving process begins, and by the time you're chewing it for like the 4th time, and they're so right about the sukiyaki cooking method. It's a little sweeter, but you get much better sensation, much better flavor from the actual beef, and that flavor is so incredibly strong. It doesn't just melt, but that incredible beef flavor just completely dominates your taste buds. When people often ask me, what is the best food I've ever had in the world, I consistently say Japanese Wagyu, top quality Japanese Wagyu. All right, we're eating some of this, and then we're gonna eat some with rice. Oh, steamed eggs with little bits of shrimp and seafood inside. Oh my God, oishi. Oh wow, that is amazing. Melting in your mouth eggs, a little bit of fish cake. I thought the beef's gonna be the sole star of the show today, but heck yeah. All right, by the way, this is so kawaii. I wanna hug it when I go to bed. Freshly cooked rice from an actual stove. Now we got a bunch of vegetables. We got a pot full of Matsusaka beef grease. Let's eat. All right, got my full plate. Got a refill button on my sukiyaki. More Matsusaka beef. What's so amazing about the experience, again, besides the flavor, and also like what I love about Japanese food is you feast with your eyes, your nose, and then it goes in your mouth. And by that time, it's just the anticipation is just insane. I pulled this from the ground. I gotta taste it. Everything, it's just culinary perfection. Simple stuff. It's just a great flavor of the fresh quality experience. But on top of that, it's just this incredible experience of learning all about Matsusaka beef. And again, I thought I knew a lot about Wagyu beef already, but really I learned so much from Tochigi-san this morning. So much about this beef and how the cows are raised and how they get drunk off beer, then go on a eating bender, then coming here and having Yukiko-san cook me the perfect sukiyaki, and then going vegetable picking with Itsuo-san. And this is actually rice that he grew right here on this farm. Just all that combined with how amazingly delicious every single part of this meal is. But going into like the local region where a very specific food is from and having it made by the people there and just being able to experience all this, that is priceless. I mean, there's a price to it, but the experience, really, you're gonna remember that for a long, long time. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I got more sukiyaki to get to. Until we eat again, see you later. Let's see how Ben likes his first taste of Matsusaka beef. This is Chelsea, it's Ben's girlfriend.
1、2、1、2、3。 OK。
こっちです。
あ、そっちで食べてる
Oh my god. It is amazing.
Oh my god. It's the best in my life. Mike's describe, I know it's good, but it's surprisingly good. You need to come here to have a try.
These are not paid actors. The testimony they give is their own. Well, Ben's paid, but Chelsea's not. So there you go.